What is good, everyone? It's your boy OJ here, coming at you with another episode of PlayerEssence Cross Nintendo, and I have to say something right at this point. Xenoblade Chronicles X is one of the best games I have ever played, and it's hands down Game of the Year. I'm sorry, Witcher 3, you might have won Game of the Year at the Game Awards, which this is a great game. Zelda Wii U can take a few things from this, Eiji Aonuma. You take a few things as far as looting and stuff like that goes, but Xenoblade Chronicles X is one of the finest games that I've ever played, and for me it is Game of the Year. That's going to be the main topic that we're going to discuss in just a bit, but I want to get to some other news, especially Fast Racing Neo. We're going to go ahead and dive right into that because Fast Racing Neo is amazing. They've shown off some new gameplay footage. You got a lot of different stuff going up from various websites and everything, and it is looking awesome and fast, just like the name implies. And here's the cool thing about this game: $14.99. I will repeat, $14.99 for this type of game. That is a 100% home run and steal. I cannot wait to play with you guys on PE game nights and things like that. Shinin Multimedia, they should be applauded to get this type of value, this type of graphics, the type of content all in the Wii U for that price point. You got a lot of other developers, Nintendo included, overcharging for some of their budget releases, especially when you can get a quality title that looks like this, that plays like this, that has online play for $14.99. Everybody, I implore all of you guys, go out and buy Fast Racing Neo on December 10th. They announced the release date, and yeah, December 10th, that's next week. So yes, go buy the game. It is looking fantastic, and I cannot wait to play the game more with you guys. Let me know what you're looking forward to the most in Fast Racing Neo in the comment section below. So let's go ahead and move on to the next topic here, and that is the Game Awards. Splatoon, that was the big takeaway, at least from Nintendo side of thing. That won Best Multiplayer Game, beating out other stuff like Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Halo, and various other games with a bunch of cool Xbox Live and PSN features and all of that stuff. So that's pretty good that everybody just said, hey, Splatoon is this really innovative, fun, new type of game. You get a lot of free content going in there, and it's one of the most interesting multiplayer games, lack of voice chat aside. I mean, it is so good that people actually voted that game and it won Best Multiplayer Game. So I'm excited. I'm happy. I don't play Splatoon as much as I want to, and especially not now with Xenoblade Chronicles X, but it's still cool that Splatoon won Multiplayer Game of the Year. And Super Mario Maker actually pulled home an award to, I think, Best Family Game, so that's not bad. And Nintendo had a few other nominees in other areas. So overall, it was a good takeaway for Nintendo, and obviously they had the heartwarming tribute to Satoru Iwata where Reggie Fils-Aimé came out and talked about his accomplishments, and they also had a nice song for him. So that's really cool of Jeff Keighley to do that. So overall, as far as Nintendo goes, obviously there wasn't a huge reveal of like a Zelda or anything like that, or more gameplay footage like they did last year. But hey, it is what it is. You can't go into these Game Awards expecting that they were going to reach that bar that high, especially after what's happened to Zelda. But yeah, I thought there might be some like Star Fox footage or something like that, but hey, whatever. Let's go ahead and move on here, and that will be the main topic. We're going to be discussing Xenoblade Chronicles X because this game is seriously amazing. This game is so good. I cannot believe how good Xenoblade Chronicles X is. We're just going to start off with the looks. Obviously, it's not going to look as detailed as a Witcher or as detailed as a Fallout as far as the open world goes, but the scale, the length, the size is so dramatically bigger than all of those games. And just what you can do in the game, your movement options, your ability, you can scale mountains just by running up them. There are so many cool things that you can do in Xenoblade Chronicles X. So as far as just looking at the map and the size, that is awesome. Let's talk about the content. This game has more side quests, more weapons, more content than I have seen in any other game released this generation. That includes Fallout 4, because just the huge size of the map and all the different people you can talk to, how you have multiple party members, lots of them, and with the online play, which Witcher and Fallout don't have as far as big, massive RPGs go. This is incredible. The amount of content in this game, seriously. I think Tetsuya Takahashi talked about how he was going to spend, or he had spent 300 hours on his first save file. That's going to be like triple that. I mean, seriously, I think there's so much content with the online multiplayer and the other stuff that you can do. It could be like literally like a 600-hour game plus for some people. So that is freaking awesome. I'm really, really excited to just dig into this game and continue playing and playing for months, if not years on end. So content, number one, obviously. Map size, number one, beats any other RPG out there. And let's talk about online play, which a lot of the other RPGs don't have. So the online play is a bit tricky, but it's kind of like a connected, shared world online play where you guys can basically just, you're in your game and there'll be like an event to where you have to hunt down a certain amount of monsters, and if everybody in this 32 player shared world hunts them down, you guys get bonuses. So that's really cool. It gives you a sense of playing online without actually playing online. Then you also have the missions to co-op, to where you can team up with your friends, and those take a little bit longer to where you can do those. I have done a little bit on the Japanese version, but I'm looking forward to actually understanding and knowing more in the English version of the game. So yeah, really cool. Then let's talk about the whole other things that Xenoblade Chronicles X does. Combat, weapons. Obviously other games have tons of weapons and stuff like that, but Xenoblade Chronicles has so many different classes, so many different upgrades. Seriously, you can upgrade your upgrades in this game. When you get a weapon and it's already upgraded, you can upgrade that even some more with some slots and stuff like that. It's insane. But just the amount of classes that you get, and each class has specific skills that you can learn, and then when you want to switch over classes, because you can go to rank 10, then you can learn new skills that transfer over and other things. It's just amazing how many different things you can do, and it's just fun. Like when you master one class, you want to immediately go to the next class and start using different types of weapon combinations, start doing different type of things, and it's just such a tactical feel to the battles. It's so thought-provoking. Your mind is running, it's racing, like especially when you're fighting a tough enemy. You're like, okay, well, I need to get on the side, let's try to inflict topple, get behind it, do stun. Okay, I have some thermal damage, let's hit it with thermal resistance down. Like you're always trying to see how you can just stack and stack enemies and do as many debuffs and all this type of stuff that you can do. It just makes you think, which these other games just don't do that. They're just a little bit more straightforward. The Witcher definitely makes you think a lot though. I mean, don't get me wrong, it does. But with Xenoblade, with your party members and all the different status effects and all the different weapons and all the different skills and all the different magic and things like that, it's just on a whole nother level. It just takes your mind to a whole nother level, and I think that's what makes Xenoblade Chronicles X number one in my book. It has the content, it has the online multiplayer and the net play, it has the weapons, it has the party members, it has everything that you would expect in that old school classic JRPG, but brought to the new generation that we have been missing. Seriously, this generation has not seen it yet to this point, and I'm so glad that Nintendo's finally brought, nearly 3 years after they revealed Xenoblade Chronicles X, they brought one of the finest crafted RPGs ever made, in my opinion. There's some rough spots here and there as far as like the world loading, which is to be expected with this size of game on the Wii U, but I mean, it's still incredible, and there is no loading screens out in that huge open world, which is really cool, really only fast traveling. And we can talk about some of the gamepad usage too. I do think this is where this is kind of tricky for me, because the gamepad usage in the game is actually really good. It actually really helps too, having a map up there to where you can see where you need to go, everything like that. And I actually have my Wii U on in the background. That's why you hear some of those beeps, but yeah, like to where you can see where you need to go and everything, and you can do the investments, which is a whole nother thing. That's really cool, but I do like using the Wii U Pro Controller because I do think that it's lighter and it's more suited for long play sessions like I have, because the Wii U gamepad's always dying if you don't get an extended battery, and the Wii U Pro Controller lasts up to 80 hours on a single charge. So for me, that's the controller that I use, and then I have the gamepad sitting right in front of me, like off to the right, to where I can still touch and, you know, interact with that. So that's how I kind of use a dual screen setup, which is cool. I think it works that way. Another thing that I want to talk about this game is that the combat system is multifaceted. So you have scale combat and you have ground combat, and then you can do a combination of the two, which includes a whole nother layer of depth that some of these other games don't have. I mean, when you get your scale, it's just amazing. I've got it on the Japanese version, still need to wait to get it on the American version here, but it's a whole nother layer of combat that you haven't seen games this generation even go to, because there's so many different things you can do, and I bet there's a lot of people that are confused as heck when they see all the stuff that you can do in Xenoblade Chronicles X. It might be a little overwhelming, but if you just take things one step at a time and you continue to just learn the battle system, learn the statuses, learn all the different effects, it's one of the most rewarding games as far as combat goes that I've ever played. So no offense to The Witcher. I think The Witcher is a great game, but in my opinion, the real game of the year for 2015 is Xenoblade Chronicles X. So those are my thoughts. So that basically wraps it up this episode here. Let me know what you guys think about Xenoblade Chronicles X, potential game of the year candidates for you. Love to hear that too. What are your thoughts on Splatoon, Fast Racing Neo, the Iwata tribute, the Game Awards? Let me know everything that you got. Comment section below. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. I do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button if you did like it. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And also subscribe to PlayerEssence for more news, reviews, trailers, tips, and tricks. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and we will see you for the next one. Peace.